Hi everyone, welcome to the astrological love readings for the month of August. Just to let you know that the readings are going to be slightly different, only very slightly from now on, in that it will be a masculine and feminine on both sides for your astrological sign. Sun, moon, or rising, or whatever you want to check in terms of your own chart. So what does that mean, the masculine and the feminine? So yes, masculine, very often masculine represented by the male, feminine represented by the female. I will be using those terms. Very often, yes, that is how it's kind of represented. It's not always that simple though. Sometimes you might be female and the masculine energy might be working through you. Sometimes you might be male and the feminine energy is working through you. Essentially, it's not really assigned to gender or sexuality. So always use your intuition, always, with everything. What resonates with you is for you, what doesn't isn't. But I would also invite you to explore things that you don't feel are true. Just explore them, see how maybe they could feel true to you. But always go with what feels right to you in your heart and your intuition. Also, we are all masculine and feminine. So watch the reading and be interested into how the two energies are interplaying within you. You can watch the reading and kind of see how your masculine and your feminine is just playing out with you, and how's that interplaying in your relationships or your relationship with yourself. Don't get too kind of complex with it, but it really is just broaden. Sometimes it's helpful to just broaden the way we're looking at things and get the messages that way. But essentially, yes, very often it will be just, masculine is represented by a male, feminine represented by a female, and you can just kind of go down that road, but it's not always that simple. All right then, on with the readings. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please share with people that you feel this would be helpful to. This is all about living love with one another and living in harmony. And do comment, and I appreciate your support. Lots and lots of love. And there will be a monthly general masculine and feminine reading and weekly general masculine and feminine readings available to buy on Vimeo. So that will be alongside these astrological masculine and feminine readings. Lots of love. On with the reading. Hi Gemini, how's it going? Really good to see you. I hope you've had a great summer so far, well, in the Northern Hemisphere, a great July. And I'm looking forward to see what the cards have to say for August. So, let's get going. Ooh, bottom of the deck is the Devil, Major Arcana, Big Energy. This can signify attachments, addictions, feeling chained to things that we aren't necessarily chained to. It feels very much in this energy as though it's not real. It's that if we perceive that there's this attachment or this chain to something, or we can't get away from something, but it really isn't true. It's just an illusion, this feeling chained. That's what comes through for that Devil card. So, for the feminine, we have the Temperance card, the Nine of Wands, the Divine Love card, and the Four of Pentacles. For the masculine, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Crowning, energy the masculine takes in, energy the feminine takes in, and the root energy we will turn over later. As I said, bottom of the deck, the Devil card. We are not as chained to things as we think we are. Right. It feels like there is this energy of addiction or attachment that's playing its role for this month, or the perception of it is what I'm getting, the perception of it. Because this Devil card, as I explained, can be to do with addiction, and then the Temperance card as well is to do with healing. So it feels like the feminine is healing this addiction or this attachment or this feeling chains. This Temperance really does feel like the opposite of that Devil card. So the feminine energy, she is releasing herself from these chains that she was perceiving, and she is healing herself within that. I'm getting physical healing, good health, healing of the heart, healing of the mind, healing of the spirit. You know, it really is everything just flowing, and in that flow there is healing, and it's a very powerful message in that Temperance card. The masculine is very focused on work, and it may be taking him away from the feminine. So, you know, he's very focused. He's not really aware of what's going on here. He's not really interested in this healing thing going on. And I feel like the feminine maybe wants him to be. But the masculine energy isn't interested in that. He's very focused, very, very focused diligently upon what he wants to do and what he's doing on a day-to-day basis. And it does feel like he's creating something, building something, making something happen, making something work. He is building something and he's working very diligently towards it. And I really wouldn't stop him in his tracks or try to. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's a negative thing at all. It feels like it's a very good thing that he is working in this way and doing this thing. He does have this is such a funny little story here. He does, I feel like he has a lot of sexual energy towards the feminine, and it's just that it feels like he's only focused on work, and he's very, very focused on that and what he's doing there. But the only time he's really interested in the feminine is in this sexual way. And I feel like the feminine's a bit put out by that and feels a little bit vulnerable, actually, in terms of her value. But it's up to her to know what her value is, and that if she perceives that it's just a sexual thing that he wants for this month, that, you know, is that less valuable than this? Or is it part of this? Does it matter? You know, it's like, it feels like she rejects him his sexual advances, to be honest. And it feels like that does come out of some kind of judgment, because it feels like she feels like she's in this healed place and he's not in this healed place. And he might be distracting himself with this, that and the other, or using work as an excuse, and then he just wants to have sex with her. It's kind of the story I'm getting. And then she's like, well, I'm not interested in that, I'm going to look the other way. But the interesting thing about this Nine of Wands in that regard is that this Nine of Wands is about stepping out of your comfort zone and feeling a bit vulnerable. And that's what's really going on, is the feminine energy feels vulnerable and doesn't want to confront or look at, she doesn't, the feminine energy doesn't know how strong or loved she is, basically. If she knew how truly loved she was, there would be no judgment with this, all he wants to do is have sex. Which feels like that story is. But I do feel like she does know that this is real. This card is a very powerful card for me. It's a very divine connection. It's a divine soul, true love, beautiful connection. And she does know this. He maybe doesn't. He has the Seven of Cups, which is kind of confusion and doubt, often. But that's okay. Be confused, be doubtful, find your own truth, always. That's just true for both. This may be the feminine truth, confusion is the masculine truth. As long as it's the truth, we're all good, as far as I'm concerned. Just be in your own truth and let anybody else be in their truth. If your truth is that you're unsure and you don't know, be there. If your truth is that you just want to have sex, be there. They don't have to respond favourably to that. It doesn't matter, does it? Just be where you're at and communicate it. And that's all really we need to do, and not make it about the other person or need them to do anything in response or in return. Fourth card we have for the feminine is the Four of Pentacles. So this is a perception. Well, actually, I feel like she really is holding back. It does feel like she does need the masculine energy to provide her with some kind of proof which he can't give her. And she then seems to retract and hold back a bit. He does see a future with her. The masculine energy is stepping into a future with her. This is a 2. The world is in his hands. This is about expansion. This is about getting out there into the world. And he does see a future. There's nothing to worry about at all. Crowning is the 9 of Pentacles. This is a great deal of abundance, happiness, joy, self-sufficiency. We're both self-sufficient, don't forget that. You do feel, both energies feel very, separate isn't the word, but whole in themselves, wholeness. That really feels like a theme for August, feeling this wholeness in oneself and then joining together to create something, then, building a future. It seems like it's a big theme. And it's here for you. There's financial abundance, there's all types of abundance. Abundance of, as I said, wealth, health, love, time. That's what we, It's all there. There's a huge amount of abundance there. And it's there for you individually, and it's there for you together. The energy the masculine brings in is the Three of Pentacles. So he does want to build something with her. He is building something with her. So be aware of that. And just really go with that flow. Keep going, keep building. Be aware. These two cards very much hook up into that same energy, taking it out. But it is about building something slowly. As I always say, for me, this card is about the building of a cathedral. They took hundreds of years to build traditionally. And generations used to work on them. It's about legacy. It's about building something that we can be proud of too. It's about being recognized for your achievements. The masculine really wants this to work in a real way. He wants it to be done properly. He wants it to be built on strong foundations. Any of his perceived doubts here or fear is that he just needs to clarify that it is, or that it is that he thinks it is, and how to do it in the best way. That's all that's about. So that's what we should use that energy for and know it to be. Energy the feminine takes in is the Lovers. I mean, it's very, very strong connection here. I mean, the more cards I turn over, the more it just feels like there's a lot of harmony here. It feels like there's just this like little thing here with the sexual thing, like there's a bit of a mismatch. But I do feel like it can be overcome, and it will be overcome. So just choose to overcome it as well. Because the Lovers here, you know, it's a very powerful major arcana, great card. It feels healed. I believe that this month is about healing. Healing addictions, healing ideas about things that aren't necessarily true, feeling like we're chained to one another when we're not, we're free, and living together and partnering up in that freedom. And, you know, a divine love connection. This is a divine love connection. This is why there's so much commitment here. Commitment to love. Committing to being in love and feeling abundant in this way. The card at the root we have is the Queen of Wands. So this feels like a fire sign woman that is relevant. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And she is driving some things here. If it's not a fire sign, it's just somebody that's passionate, fiery, and go-getting and focused. She feels focused. It's an energy that maybe we might want to tune into to help this month. It's a feminine energy. It's, as I said, it's a passionate. She's quite extrovert and sociable. It's an energy of that, of passion, of extroversion, of being sociable, of being creative. Those are the qualities that are gonna help us this month to be in harmony. Outcome card we have is the Eight of Cups. So immediately what I got was, you know, go somewhere together. This is a journey that we take together. It is a spiritual journey. It's a journey of the soul, but it's a journey of the soul to take together. We don't need to go it alone anymore. We don't need to go it alone. We can do it together. And this is kind of what's becoming apparent this month. And it is about that wholeness. We're whole. There's 8 cups here, we're whole. What's missing now? Maybe it's just that we'd share it with somebody. Because we are we are whole, but there's always more to know and become and to share, to take it to the next level. And that's what I feel like August is about for you, Gemini. All right then, thank you very much for watching. That was very interesting for me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested in the general masculine feminine readings, there is a monthly and there are weekly readings available to purchase on Vimeo. The links will be below. If you'd like a personal reading, the link to my scheduling site will be below too. Thank you so much for watching, supporting the channel. Please do like if you enjoyed it. Do comment, subscribe if you haven't, and share with anybody that you feel would find the messages useful too. Lots and lots of love to you. Have an incredible August, and I shall see you again very soon.